Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Call. I'm Keely McCormick.
I'm Malik Jackson. We have a packed show for you today. We have, of course, the news. Wynn Resort CEO steps down. We'll be talking about Lady Doritos, and I hear there's a new Jenner baby.
That's right, the newest addition to the Jenner family. All that and much, much more because Wake Up Call
starts right now.
Welcome back to Wake Up Call. We're so happy you guys are here with us again, and we're going to start off with some news.
We're a great week. We're energetic. We have a big week. We have some fun plans the end of this weekend, so let's get going. I hope your morning is going good. So the news starts right now. We start off this morning with something all too familiar. Another powerful man taking advantage of his employees in a salacious manner. Casino mogul and former Republican National Committee financial advisor Stephen Wynn was forced to step down as CEO of Wynn Resorts after multiple reports of sexual misconduct. As the stock tumbled, it left him no other option. Now, Mr. Wynn stepped down a few weeks ago from the RNC for similar allegations.
That's right, and the Dancing with the Stars tour bus full of this season's new members was involved in a massive pileup with over 50 vehicles on I-35 in Ames, Iowa on Monday. The accident was due to the intense driving conditions that the weather has caused. Although nobody on the tour bus was seriously injured, others were. About half a dozen people were in critical condition and one was killed. Tour organizers stated that the entire cast sends their best wishes for a speedy recovery.
Alrighty, 2 Democrats are calling for FEMA to be subpoenaed after the expected number of meals were not delivered to Puerto Rico following Hurricane Maria. FEMA had ordered 30 million meals, but the island only received 50,000 of those. Now, records indicate that the contract between FEMA and the food provider ended after only 20 days. Now, there's still a lot to report on this, and as the story develops, we will, of course, have the latest details for you.
And late Tuesday, a strong earthquake hit off the east coast of Taiwan. The magnitude was 6.4, and there are at least 2 dead and 202 are injured. 3 buildings collapsed, including the Marshall Hotel and 2 city department buildings. Rescue workers are working hard to locate more people and get them to safety. So we'll keep you updated as those numbers continue to change, and our thoughts go out to those in Taiwan.
Absolutely. I saw some video of that this morning via CNN, and the building tumbling. It was very, very bad. So we, of course, have them in our thoughts. Moving along, Colts linebacker Edwin Jackson was killed in a car accident involving a drunk driver early Sunday morning. The crash occurred when Edwin Jackson and one other were struck on a shoulder of Interstate 70 in Indiana. The Indiana State Police say that the man who hit them was an undocumented immigrant who had been deported twice. The driver is currently in custody, and the local authorities are working with the Federal Immigration Office on this case. And after the break, we will be back with Week in Review
and all the sports highlights that you need to know, so stay tuned.
When you shop local in the heart of the city, you support the people that make our community thrive. The money you spend here stays here, in this place we call our home. Lawrence, Kansas, where there's good old-fashioned hometown pride. Eat local, drink local, shop local.
Welcome back. Now time for Weekend Review. Stories not at the top of the news, but matter to you. First, we start off with the GOP memo, which was released last week. That release approved by Donald Trump, despite the FBI and DOJ objecting to its release. Now, the content of the memo, well, seems to be more fiction than fact, and is being summarized by experts as a ploy to undermine the investigations into the Trump campaign and collusion with Russia.
And Lady Doritos not so fast. 1 week after the company's CEO introduced this preposterous idea, Doritos with less crunch and less orange dust, made for women, the company now says no, they are not a product.
I don't know why that was even an idea. SpaceX made history yesterday. The company founded by billionaire Elon Musk became the first private company to send a rocket with that power into space. Falcon Heavy 9, baby. Started strong and landed very, very smoothly.
And if you didn't already know how much this administration likes to show off, well, now you do. According to the Pentagon, the Trump White House asked for the Pentagon to put on a military parade. The Pentagon said they are currently looking at dates.
Interesting. And this is not a week in review, but a week in preview. Just a reminder, this Friday, the 2018 Winter Olympics begin. Make sure you watch and support our athletes who put in so much work to get to the Olympics. And I think this is a perfect segue into sports.
That's right, Malik. Moving on to everyone's favorite day of the year, Super Bowl Sunday. The Philadelphia Eagles and New England Patriots battled it out in Minneapolis at the U.S. Bank Stadium. Although the Eagles were considered to be the underdogs in this game, they ended up beating the Patriots 41-33. Nick Foles was the Super Bowl MVP, but he started this season as a backup quarterback. He played aggressively throughout the game, throwing 373 yards and 3 touchdowns. And on to other important Super Bowl news, I thought Justin Timberlake absolutely crushed the halftime show with his performance. Malik, what was your opinion on this?
Well, just that whole script, I'll just tell you my opinion. The Super Bowl was a phenomenal game.
I agree.
I was very attentive to that. It was very good. I was hoping the Patriots didn't win. They don't deserve another Super Bowl.
No.
These first-time Super Bowl, really, that's true. I was telling someone, you know how much fun we have in college, every weekend, things we do. Imagine the amount of fun it would be to win a Super Bowl.
And
I think, and with all the halftime performances, which we'll get to the halftime performance in just a second, we'll talk about that. Let's talk about Kevin Hart at the end of the Super Bowl. Did you see that?
I didn't watch the end. I actually was driving home at that time. But
Well, he was very intoxicated. And he tried to get onto the Super Bowl podium. Well, the security guard stopped him. It was very funny. Then he got on a TV show after the Super Bowl, like the NFL Network. They set up right on the sideline after the Super Bowl. He said that he dropped the F-bomb on the news show. So that's how I think the Philadelphia is feeling. And the city was absolutely destroyed. Did you see that?
Yeah, I can only imagine how the Eagles feel. If only the Bears could come back. Maybe next year we'll get in the Super Bowl. Bears versus the Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs could take that easily. I don't know about our quarterback situation. But great Super Bowl. A lot of controversy with some catches that were made, the back of the end zone, then the Ertz touchdown that took the lead. But all in all, a great Super Bowl, and I think everyone is pleased with the results besides those pesky New England Patriots fans, right?
That's right. I agree with that. And as we mentioned before, Justin Timberlake absolutely killed the performance, and we actually have a clip for you guys from the halftime show. So let's take a look at that. As you can see, there was so much energy. I know my friends and I were watching it, and at first, in the very beginning, Justin Timberlake's up there, and the whole crowd is in sync, going like this. And we're like, is that are they planned? Are they just fans really into it? But it ended up being the flash mob. But he really got the people into it. I think he's a great performer, really a lot of talent, and overall good job.
Yeah, I saw the video of the Super Bowl. There was a fan was sitting in the stadium, and no one in the stadium was moving, but only on the ground. But no doubt, Justin Timberlake is a phenomenal performer. I don't necessarily think that was one of the better Super Bowl halftime performances that we've seen, especially in recent years with Bruno Mars and Beyonce. Beyonce turned the lights off.
Beyonce kills it every time.
Katy Perry. So, he did a good job, but I don't think it's one of the best. And did you see the Prince thing, the tribute to Prince?
Oh, yeah,
what did you think of that?
I thought that was pretty good. I think Justin Timberlake, I was surprised to hear he was the halftime reporter. I know he just came out with a new album, but I was like, he's kind of been on the, in the dark recently, or in the past few years.
Well, also, and lot of people were surprised because the last time he was at the Super Bowl, if I'm correct, he pulled Janet Jackson's shirt down. The wardrobe malfunction of Super Bowl history. So it's definitely an interesting decision. I think he got out there, he put a performance on, but the Prince hologram, Prince said in a previous interview before he died that if he were to ever die, he would hate that to be hologram is something demonic to do. But they did it anyways.
Yeah.
But the Purple Rain tribute, it was nice. It was nice.
Overall, it was a great performance. Well, moving on to some more local sports, KU track. This weekend they had a great weekend. They had 21 PRs and 5 event victories. Kentucky, Clemson, Illinois, Purdue, and Virginia Tech also competed, but the Jayhawks finished third on the men's side with 95 points, and the women tied for second place with 89 points.
Well, go ahead, track. And last night, our very own Kansas Jayhawks walked out of Allen Fieldhouse with the win. Not so easy this year. 3 losses there. A win against the TCU Horned Frogs. I think if we would have lost again at home, I think I would have just said this season's a waste.
That's
Let's
right.
put it behind us.
The city would be in shambles.
But somehow we pulled it out 71-64. And a change occurred in the lineup last night when Mitch Lightfoot started for LaGerald Vick because Bill Self said Vick wasn't exerting enough energy on the basketball court. Well, it was a good game. We won, and now we're still tied for the lead in the Big 12 Conference, something that is so very, very important to us, right?
Yep, that is very important. And the next game will be against Baylor this Saturday, so be sure to watch that.
And we have, I think I'm getting yelled at because we skipped a segment, the Super Bowl commercials. Was there any ones that you liked in particular?
I personally thought the Tide one was pretty funny. I thought that was very clever of them to be doing Tide right now because people are eating Tide Pods. I don't know why this is continuing to occur, but
it's happening.
It is. It's happening. I don't know what's going through our minds, but thought it was really smart of them to throw out a really good commercial just to kind of save face, save their name, because I heard that Target is going to stop selling Tide Pods.
Oh, wow.
Which would be a huge detriment to the company. So.
Well, I heard of the cinnamon challenge. That made sense to me because cinnamon is something you put in your mouth.
Yes.
But Tide Pods.
It's detergent.
It kind of goes with that people are crazy mindset. Tide Pods, you're eating them, you're probably crazy.
Yeah, we keep thinking oh, my friends would never do this. Last night, saw a picture of a friend with a Tide Pod in her mouth. I was like, what are we doing? Where's the disconnect?
I think we need to reevaluate who we're friending ourselves with.
Oh, maybe
but
that's right.
I didn't really get to see all the commercials, but I did see the backlash with the Dodge commercial using the MLK I Have a Dream speech over it. Obviously insensitive. My big question is, how does these decisions like this one or like the Kendall Jenner with the Pepsi stopping police brutality, even the Lady Doritos, how does this make it past the editorial board saying this is okay? The public's really gonna love. They're gonna love this.
When the Dodge commercial started, I was like, oh, what's this gonna be like? It starts off sounding super inspirational, and then it was for a car commercial, and I was like, a little insensitive.
A little insensitive.
That's right.
We have a lot more show for you today. So after the break, we'll be back to discuss a new Jenner, and we have 2 icon-bearing good news stories because we're feeling a little extra positive this morning.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, I always just clap when it's right.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about the piccolo part? It's the most complicated one.
It is. If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go. Just clapping now. No humps. Nailed it.
I practiced this morning.
Farmer's just 2 people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better. I don't know how to
1,
do
2,
the
3,
end.
4.
It's just I don't know the
Sorry.
head.
It's hard by yourself.
And welcome back once again. So Kylie Jenner has finally announced, after a long time of waiting, guessing, assuming, and gossip, that she was pregnant, and the baby girl was born on February 1st.
Obviously, the Kardashians and the Jenner fan base went crazy with the mixed emotions about this late announcement. But then Kylie explained that she kept it a secret because this pregnancy was something she needed to prepare for in a stress-free, healthy, and positive way. She goes further to say that she knew her baby would feel every stress and every emotion that she felt. So that this is the reason why she kept it a secret for so long. And I think we have a clip of it.
Along with the announcement of her newborn, Kylie also released a video of the journey titled "To Our Daughter." So we're going to take a little time to show you that clip, so let's check it out.
She'd always said how much she wants to be a mom, and
Right? She always
like that's what she said.
She was born to be a mom,
She was
I feel like.
born to be a mom. I mean, and that's the thing is, and it's like I still get chills.
So, wait, only gained what? 20 to what?
20 pounds you've gained.
No, I mean for the whole thing.
28 to 35.
28 to 35.
So, yeah, 8 more pounds.
Do cardio. If you're gonna eat, you need to exercise.
It's just in and out these days. Literally tastes like
Oh.
it's the best
Can I
thing
tell
I've
you
had.
something? Never eat in.
No, don't tell me.
Double cheeseburger. And fries, well done, please. Do I want cheese fries today? Okay, right? Alright, who got cheese fries? Kylie, did you get cheese fries?
I might have.
Oh my god.
Should we close the window?
Yeah, just so we can bask in the aroma.
Okay, so this is the baby's heart. These are the 4 chambers of the heart.
Oh, I see the
Can we hear the heartbeat?
Yes.
There's your grandbaby.
After watching that video, it was a little interesting. I heard it was rather emotional. I actually I have ADHD, couldn't get through that 11.5-minute video, so I showed you guys just a small clip. But
As you can see, my interest level when we came back, I was looking at my computer.
that's right.
Just a disclaimer.
Yeah, well, we hope you guys enjoyed that video. Now, on to some different news. Malik doesn't like Kylie Jenner, so, doesn't like
Well,
the
the
news.
Kardashians.
The upcoming news. So we've got some more positive news. I come bearing good news. And so in the midst of everything, there is someone, a so-called real muffin man, Jacob Kaufman from California, takes National Muffin Day very seriously. On the last Sunday of every January, Kaufman challenges people around the country to make as many muffins as they can and distribute them to homeless people in the surrounding areas. This year, 235 people participated in the muffin making from around the country, and Jacob Kaufman donates $30 per volunteer to Project Homeless Connect. So this year, he gifted $6,700 to the organization. This idea of the real-life Muffin Man is a great way to give back to the community and help out. And next year, I will definitely be participating. I hope Malik can, and hopefully our viewers can as well.
Yeah, that's definitely something that sounds very, very fun. Although I have to bring a moment of levity when you said Jacob gets really excited about Muffin Day.
He does.
My first thought was Stanley from The Office on Pretzel Day. You know, when he leaves the office and waits in line at the office building the entire day just to get that one free pretzel.
These National Food Days are really exciting for some people.
But that is truly, truly a good story. And also
right.
making an impact on your community is so important. And now we have another, I promised 2, didn't I? Well,
Yes.
we have 2. Another good, very good news story. This one out of Austin, Texas. A teen saw a bus driver having a medical emergency and he took over. Take a look at the story.
I was sitting at the back first, and then when that started happening, I tried to go to the front, and I was swerving, and I fell in a couple of seats.
7th grader Carson Vega says when he noticed something was wrong with his bus driver on the way home from school,
Then he started making circles and stuff, and he was going off in the ditch almost every turn.
he knew he needed to act. He and another student called 911, but help wasn't arriving quickly enough.
And we were about to go out, and then I was like, no, I'm not dying. so I jerked the wheel.
The bus was heading down Highway 71 right over the Colorado River. The driver was having a medical emergency, his feet still on the pedal.
Kicked him over a little so I can get the brake and stuff, and I turned the flashes on.
Carson says there was no place to pull over, so he did all he knew to do.
Yeah, I sat on his lap, moved his hands and stuff, and then just drove.
Carson drove until the police arrived, then safely brought the bus with 5 other kids on board to a stop. School leaders are grateful for his heroic reaction.
It could have been a very tragic situation, but it turned out better than you could ever imagine.
Mom,
I can still hug you.
is even more grateful and proud.
There was a reason he was on that bus that day, because normally he doesn't ride it.
Usually she picks him up. She says fate also played a role in his desire to learn about cars and driving, years out from even having his driver's license.
I fight with him all the time. Mom, let me drive down the road. Now I'm rethinking, well, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, Malik just found that video right before the show, so we were watching it. Very impressive that a 13-year-old was able to do that. I don't know, at 13, I don't know what I was doing, but I definitely was not saving buses.
For him to recognize that the bus driver was having a medical emergency, moreover, to take over and drive the bus until it was in a safe spot, really remarkable. And kudos to that 13-year-old boy, not only saving himself, the bus driver, but all of his classmates on that bus. Right here on Wake Up Call, we'll be back after a quick break.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back to Wake Up Call. Now, this upcoming weekend, or first, before we get to the upcoming weekend, let's talk about our yesterdays. My yesterday, skipped a class, slept all day, felt fantastic. You?
That sounds nice. I did not have the same day. I woke up in the middle of the night with a horrible dream about my little sister, and then proceeded to go to class, my early 9:30 a.m. That comes a little too early each day. Went to class, opened my laptop to find that I broke it, my brand new laptop. It has rainbow lines across the screen, not really working. So I was very disappointed in that, went along my day, and then got in a car accident. So
Oh, wow.
overall, it was an awesome day, to say the least.
Well, that doesn't sound fun. Well, it's looking up because this weekend, me and Keely both are having the opportunity to go to St. Louis for Mardi Gras, the second biggest parade in the country.
Right. I've never been to Mardi Gras. I don't know about you, but my mom has been, my friends have been, and apparently it's just so fun, full of festivities, the parade. I know the colors are purple, yellow, and green. Right? So pretty exciting. I'm excited about my outfit. I don't know about you.
Well, I have some family from Louisiana, and so they've been to the Mardi Gras parade, the big deal down there in Louisiana. So I'm not going to ask for their advice because that's a lot more serious. But I do have some friends that went last year, and they said it was a lot of fun. We got a Airbnb. I think it's like 16 of us staying in it. We're looking forward to it. Get to the city. I think dinner Friday night, parade all day Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, but it is going to be a little cold. I thought that the snow and the cold weather wasn't going to stick, but Punxsutawney Phil, the groundhog, told us there's going to be 6 more weeks of winter. So we're going to be a little chilly this weekend.
And they also, I looked at the forecast yesterday, it was like a 40% chance of rain. That's no fun if we're at this parade. You know, are you going to wait to catch beads, or are you going to pre-order yours?
I think I'll go in with a few. Maybe I'll stop by the dollar store and just to look like I know what I'm doing, and then I'll catch some once I'm there. What's your plan?
I don't know. I feel like I'm so good at everything that I do that I'll just wait and catch them while I'm out there, right? That sounds like something that I can do. I can catch about, what, 20, 30 of them?
I don't know what the average is, but yeah, I'm looking to get a lot.
Yeah, maybe we're just going out there for the pictures. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Do you have anything what are you guys doing Saturday night after the parade?
I think that Saturday night we'll probably just chill, maybe watch a movie. I don't really know what our plan is yet. I'm kind of just going with the flow. Don't even know. We're leaving Friday at some point. I have no idea what time we're leaving.
Oh, wow.
Don't know who's driving me. And I ordered a jacket. It hasn't come yet. So
are you sure you're going?
I'm pretty prepared, to say the least.
Well, you're prepared, but are you sure you're going? Don't know what time you're leaving?
We'll see. I'll let you guys know next week.
Do you know where you're staying in St. Louis?
No idea.
Oh.
There's a place. There's a
wow.
place for me to stay. Don't know the name of it, but.
Well, I'll be in an Airbnb. I see the guy's name is Jake. Jeff canceled on us Monday, but Jake
Jeff, what's he thinking?
He said the pipes are gonna burst and the house was cold. I was
How
like, you
could
could
he?
cancel 4 days before.
No.
But Jake came through for us, and it's like a 5-bedroom house. We
Pretty
only paid
nice.
$30 a person.
Airbnb, I heard, is continuously pretty cheap. I don't know. I tried to use Airbnb to book spring break, and it was absolutely impossible. But it is pretty cool. In case you guys don't know, Airbnb, you can rent online. There's a website. You're basically renting someone's house for a few days. Sometimes they're in the house. Sometimes they leave. I don't know.
Jake will not be in the house. Him and
Thank
his
God.
children and whatever animals they have will not be in the house.
I think that's a little uncomfortable. I know some people who have gotten Airbnbs in Lawrence, and the owner is at the house. I'm like, that is just uncomfortable for everyone.
Yeah, because, you know, but I do have my aunt got an Airbnb in Georgia. And when she got the Airbnb, the people that lived in the house weren't there, but the groundskeeper was there. So he just made like the one that made, it was a big mansion, so he just maintained everything. But yeah.
Interesting.
So I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But,
well, enough about Airbnbs and Mardi Gras. That's all the news we have for you guys today. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully we'll see you guys out at Mardi Gras, and next week I'll be back to let you know if I even attend Mardi Gras.
For Keely McCormick, I'm Malik Jackson. We'll see you right back here at 9 a.m. next Wednesday.